Global warming is a serious world issue that, strong scientific evidence suggests, is being caused by human activity. Global warming describes the rising of the Earth's average temperature. While this might sound harmless, historically Earth's temperature has raised or lowered in relatively small swings. The effects of sudden temperature increase can be huge. Unlike the past 650,000 years, our global atmospheric carbon dioxide levels have nearly doubled. Excess CO2 is being released from our cars and other fuel-burning engines. Another contributor is power generation, as each power plant burns many tons of fuel daily across the world. With the many electrical devices we each personally use and fuel with carbon-based power sources, we have sped up this consumption greatly in the past decades, dumping even more CO2 into the atmosphere. This is creating breaks in the protective shield around our planet called the ozone layer. This effect, in turn, warms the oceans, melts polar ice caps and large mountain glaciers, raising sea levels significantly around the globe and putting whole nations, like Bangladesh, in great danger. The Central Asian country of Bangladesh is already beginning to feel the effects of global warming on its local sea levels. Recent climate models suggest that flooding could be increased by as much as 40% this century. In a country the size of Pennsylvania with scarce and precious dry land, Bangladesh, with a dense population of 164 million, is seeing land swallowed up by the increase in flooding caused by the rising sea waters. Fed from the waters of 230 rivers, including the immense Ganges and Brahmaputra, Bangladesh features the largest river delta system in the world. Because the highest elevation of the country is only 20 feet above sea level, Bangladesh is naturally prone to frequent flooding, and great problems are occurring from the added rising sea levels from the melting polar ice caps. One effect is that flooding seawater is destroying the rice crops, but the government is trying to counter with a new self-resistant breed of rice, along with building dikes to protect low-lying farms from the seawater. The increase in water height has also led to floating classrooms for more than 1,500 kids, with the concept carrying over to floating homes called climate shelters. Unfortunately, climate shelters cannot be built fast enough for the huge population of Bangladesh and have led to fleeing climate refugees. Most take shelter at the now fastest growing city in the world, Dhaka, with currently 3.5 million people. But for the people unable to leave, Georgia Tech in the United States analyzes data from satellites and sends pulses via text to devices in Bangladeshis' homes. This gives them 10 days advance warning to move their homes to higher ground. The rising seawater levels are leading to a new type of refugees, climate refugees. These are people leaving their homelands for shelter because of the extreme weather being caused by global warming. Thus, if the ocean increases by 1 meter, Bangladesh will have 35 million more climate refugees. Yet, while Bangladesh's population is expected to grow to 250 million people by the turn of the century, the land will continue dissolving away. In order to slow global warming, actions have to be taken, of which there are many organizations currently trying to educate people about the effects of global warming. Beyond educating the public, they also recommend many simple things people can do to reduce their carbon footprint. StopGlobalWarming.org recommends using fluorescent light bulbs and energy-saving products, but also tells various ways to reuse or use less of products using energy. Less energy consumption leads to less CO2 released into the atmosphere, which in turn will help begin to slow global warming. So while Bangladesh is scrambling to meet the needs of rising sea levels, us first world countries can do our part by reducing our impact on the environment and help stop global warming.